another goat, is making news.
Oh, he's been
Come on.
dropping casting news
Come
left,
on.
right, and center this weekend, bro.
Amen. Amen.
Another
And
man that is flexing his chest now that he's no longer with Warner Brothers. This is how you do it. You kill him with kindness, baby. You want revenge? Keep doing well. That's how you do it.
look who he just added today. Today.
Mia Goth.
Source, Daniel RPK.
Yeah, that came out actually just a few hours ago.
And then actually, shout out to Real Shift. He made a comment and said earlier. He said, if whether it's a rumor or if it's true, either way, that just basically skyrocketed, the hype for this film. So yeah.
Also, Elliot Page is joining. Which we all know that he worked with Chris in Inception.
Inception.
Who else got cast? Oh, John Leguizamo also got cast.
Yep. Charlize Theron, Matt Damon. Yo, he's got heavy hitters in here, man. Yeah.
You got the fucking Punisher right there. Like, bro, this movie is going to be insane. This is where Christopher Nolan makes his $1 billion movie.
And yes, this film is going to be for educated people who actually read books, and I'm talking like books with paper in them, with words in them, not not your phone looking up Wikipedia about what Homer is about and all that. None of that. We talking about real deal Holyfield books with covers on them and names and authors. Those kind of books. Yes, this is going to be an educated film. Crybabies, don't go see it because it's not a film for you.
When a cast like that, like this budget's got to be huge. Like those
probably, I bet money. Bro. I bet, but you know what?
I heard that this was like $250.
$250, yeah, and that's before marketing, by the way. That's going to be before marketing.
This one is going to be. If this one's going to be the one that makes over $1 billion, you know what? Okay, so let's think. Okay, if the movie is $250, marketing, let's say put another $150, give or take.
Yeah, about 100.
You got 400 mil. You got 400 mil, and to break even, like what? Like 8 or 9? No, 8 or 9.
No, so it'll be so if the film is, let's say, so if the film is 250 and what you say 150 in marketing,
yeah,
right.
Break even would be like what? 8, 9.
Right, breaking even will be about 8, 9, and he gonna make that back.
Yeah,
you gonna make that back.
Yeah, so yeah. This movie is gonna hit at least 1.5. At least. Now, if it hits 2,
you think it's gonna do better than Oppenheimer?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely, dude.
And here's why. It's gonna do better than Oppenheimer. The theme of the movie. Think about it. Oppenheimer was great, but think about how many people could have been rubbed the wrong way because it was real. It was about dropping a bomb on another country. So think about that. This Homer's Odyssey, this poem, this right here, that's straight fantasy right there, pretty much. So yeah.
And look at the diverse cast that you have right here, of all ages, all races, everywhere in the corner. You right here, you have Gen Z, Gen X, millennials.
Shit, there you go. You did. That's right. We're not talking about Homer Simpson. No. Yep.
But you know what? I'm glad you mentioned that because I'm sure some people would think otherwise.
Jump on that. Make a little fake Twitter account right quick just to say Homer Simpson.
I wanted to say Kenneth Gardner's got another awesome comment here. Christopher Nolan is a master of cinema, like Alfred Hitchcock, Stanley Kubrick,
Michael Mann.
Yep, Oppenheimer.
Chris Nolan.
Brilliance and mastery.
Chris Nolan is our generation's Steven Spielberg.
Yeah,
I've always said that.
Kenneth, you got taste, man. I like you. You got taste in film. He doesn't. You know what? No. Seriously, if you think about it, man, they expect people like us to just like specific films. I'm like, nah, bro. Okay, no, yes, I've seen Boys in the Hood and Menace to Society and all the little hood. I've seen those. Okay, they're great, obviously, but that doesn't mean my palette is limited to just those films. You know what I mean? So you want to see, you want to see other things. You want to see adventure. You want to see epicness. You want to see all of that. So yeah, he's got good taste, man.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's give him another drop. Let's give him this one. This one we haven't dropped in a while.
Yeah, you got spirit, kid. I'll give you that. More than your old man, anyway. In the joint, Chill told me about the night he killed your parents. He said your father begged for mercy. Begged. Like a dog.
Like a dog.
Begged. Like a dog.
Divas. Imagine if Gunn was director of the Odyssey. It's so out of his league. Put it this way: the DCU is already out of his league. Something like the Odyssey.
The very fact that he opened his mouth and said the words, "I'm going to make a Superman movie," his whole mouth should have just folded in like a black hole and just disappeared. You're going to make a Superman movie? Okay.
Guys, Curly had just mentioned something that's actually true. Batman Begins 20 years now.
Oh man, that
is actually my favorite of the trilogy. Is the first one.
I remember going on a date to see Batman Begins in the theater, and I must have been.
Was the date successful or no?
I was in high school, bro. I don't remember much about the date. I remember the movie. The movie was phenomenal. I'll tell you, the movie made a lasting impression. But
is that right?
I think I was maybe like 14 or 15 when that movie came out. I don't think I could have been older than 15. But yeah, that makes me feel old. 20 years old. Wow.
20 years old.
Wow.
Odyssey.
Oh, really?
Lord of the Rings. Yes, I agree. I think this is where Chris Nolan is aiming. He's trying to give us that Lord of the Rings grandioso moment in his own style. Yeah, I can see. Dude, again, it's going to make over $1 billion. And if he hits $2 billion, hey, more power to him.
More power to him. That would be phenomenal for something like that. Yeah, he can do it. You just got to get a lot of. We're talking something that's missing here, man. And
if he pulls this off, he has to do James Bond. After Odyssey, he has to do James Bond.
But here's the thing, guys, and this is why a director like Christopher Nolan could do a movie like the Odyssey, and why somebody like James Gunn could never. Okay, Christopher Nolan is not limited to one style of filmmaking. You notice how he goes from genre to genre to genre. He doesn't stay in one little bubble.
Actually,
Gunn has never done that.
Go ahead. Yeah,
that's because he can't.
Gunn has never done that.
He's limited to what he knows. Okay, look. This man went to film school, right? I'm assuming. James Gunn, did he go to film school? I don't know. I don't look up anything on the man, so I don't know what his pedigree is as far as that stuff goes.
I would assume so.
Okay.
I would assume you can't get a job in Hollywood without.
He, in my opinion, he wasted his time because he didn't. In my opinion, he did not learn the full breadth of scope of what cinema is, and it's not just telling a story the same way all the time. It's just not that. What is the point of you attending film school and learning all of the tricks of the trade about making film if all you were going to do just to learn how to make stupid shit just to make money? Zack Snyder's not in this to make money. Christopher Nolan is not in this to make money. They want to tell epic stories.
That's the difference. You could tell that what they're putting out there are passion projects.
And they're making money doing what they like.
Yeah, they are passion projects. Does James Gunn's vibe come off as passion? Like, from what we know of what James Gunn has said about comic books in general, okay, how he thinks that they are goofy and silly and all that stuff, right?
Right.
Does that make you feel like this version of Superman that we are now seeing trailers for is his passion project?
No.
Because I personally don't feel like he gives a shit about the character.
I don't think he does. I don't think he cares about the character. I mean, that's just me personally. Hell, I didn't care about the character until Zack Snyder made him.
I don't want to jump into the next topic because
Right. We're going to get to that, and we're going to talk about it.
There are reasons why I say he does not care about the character,
and we're going to get into it.
This most recent trailer proved that.
Yeah.
Before we jump into that, let me just close this topic with Chris Nolan, because I want to share something here with the chat and the audience that I shared with you guys in our private chat. Chris Nolan criticized Hollywood for being too political. Friends of mine ask why I don't make a film about what I care about politically. And I always say you can't use narrative to tell people what to think. It never works.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It actually has the opposite effect, the complete opposite. And that's why you can't tell people what to think and what to believe.
Well, hopefully now, after all actually, I think it's more fitting if I put this.
You see this all the time at the level of a top producer who, between them or separately, will make flop after flop after flop after flop. I'm not going to name them, but I know who they are. And they're not all American either. And they still get paid huge sums of money for being in films that nobody wants to see. And producers make pictures out of which they take enormous sums of money. And the films, again, are not films people want to see. They're always going to blame somebody else. Always. Not their fault. No, you were the one who said, or whatever. And there's a word for that. It's called upward failure. You see it all the time.
Indeed.
Enough said.
Indeed.